Okay, Austin, you have a question for Dustin.
I do.
Dustin's not on camera for you people that are watching on the video.
As a gambling man, as we are, how would you feel kicking a 40-yard field goal right now? Would you make it, or would you miss it?
Oh, it's going in.
It's going in.
It's going in.
First
Like,
kick, no
No practice.
No doubt, it's going in.
It's going in 40 yards.
Yeah. So a lot of times pre-practice, I work with the kickers, and anyway, we do like special teams, like individual specialty type stuff, and I work with the guys a lot, and I'll like get in a few kicks just for fun, and I still got it.
Still got it.
Yeah,
Got
it'll go in.
No hammies, no.
Especially if there's money on the line, it's going in.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Well, for us, we're gonna bet it for you.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Oh yeah, we're gonna make a video now.
if there's no money on the line, I'll probably miss it. But if there's money on the line, it's going in. Like, it's gonna happen.
Do you have to loosen up or anything, or you can still kick them free?
No, it don't matter.
No. Oh, okay.
Seriously.
He's got the leg.
That part, I mean, there's a lot of things I can't do anymore, but that I can do.
He can still kick.
Still
Yeah.
kick the ball. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm sure
For that one.
y'all heard the recent news we had from George West about the whole petition that started to hire another coach from Reimer. We won't say his name.
First, I'm hearing about it.
First you're hearing about? Okay. Well, yeah, because you were asleep during the interview, obviously. He doesn't remember much of the interview, guys, but don't just cut him a break on that one.
Yeah.
We're all from George West. That's technically our hometown there. And not too long ago, they had a petition that came out to sign another coach that came from Weimar. A lot of, I wouldn't say, I don't even want to say that. I was going to say a lot. He was told that things were going to turn out a different way, but they ended up not turning out the way that people thought it was going to work out. George West, a lot of people in the town feel like they need change there. Due to what's happened in the recent years there, but I want to ask you from an outsider's perspective, from somebody who's from there, what you thought about that whole situation. If you want to comment on it,
Yeah.
or have any input whatsoever.
It's a soap opera. It's as the world turns. It is real, and we all are from there, so we all kind of keep up with that. Mm-hmm. That seems to be kind of the the Friday night talk, Saturday night, day drinking conversations.
Oh, yeah.
There's no doubt. This is my take, and born and raised, and I love George West.
You still got family there too.
I'm like deep in George West,
Yeah.
and obviously being born, my mom and dad are there. My mom's thick from George West. It's crazy. I went to Sul Ross, and they called us the George West Boys. When we were there was 4 of us. We were suite mates, all 4 of us, and we went and played football. And everybody, some of us, they didn't know everybody's names, but they knew us as the George West Boys. Mm-hmm. So I'm super like proud, and talk about school pride and all that town pride. That's my take on it. I love that place, and I tell people all the time it's the greatest small town on the planet. There's no better place than George West, Texas. I went and joined the military, and I was out there, and everybody in the military knew us from George West. What's this George West place about? Mm-hmm. Obviously nobody's going to come back and be like, I remember this guy, he's from George West. But I really think it's a special place. And, I tell people all the time, it kind of made me who I am. And, there's different, not just coaches, but people will tell me, you can't say that. And, your parents and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, I get all that. But that town was special. It really was to me. It did a lot of really special things, and it holds a special place for me. The guys that we played with and the guys that we're still friends with. And I know that y'all are all the same way. Everybody kind of has their group, and we all stick together. And I think we very, there's a wide range of, the age difference is big, but there's a lot of similarities in the way that we behave and kind of carry ourselves in terms of that pride when we played football and our group of friends. Obviously you and Austin, and we got Dustin here, and we're all different classes, right? We all kind of participated or a part of that at a different time. So I think it's meaningful to all of us in terms of keeping that thing the way it should be, right? And, y'all were successful, and, we were successful, and we're going to talk trash and say who was better than the other. It doesn't matter. When we played, we were good. There's no doubt. We were on the map. It's not like that anymore, right? That's the problem.
Unfortunately.
The problem is it's not like that anymore. And we have to point the finger at somebody, and, you know, we're all former athletes and former players. And
Easy with Roger.
who do we point the finger at, right? Who do we put the blame on? It's not easy. I remember when I graduated, I went to Sul Ross. My little brother was still playing. I'd call Coach Newberry every night, or every Friday, sorry. And hey, are we looking? You know, what's going to happen tonight? We weren't, in the years that we played, and Coach Holt was our coach, we were good, and we were a quarterfinal team. We were deep runs, and we had good players and all that stuff. Coach Newberry took over, and we weren't as good, right? And we were like a first round out team, and it kind of sort of dwindling. But it was still important then that, you know, I called home, hey, Coach, what's going to happen tonight? Well, we got a shot, and, you know, whatever, all this stuff. Well, then I joined the military, got out, and still kept up with it. And I remember watching, you know, y'all play. I remember hearing about everybody, about the highs and lows. My little sister was in school. There was our down years where we had this massive amounts of talent, but we couldn't figure it out, couldn't win. And, you know, we get Coach Davenport, Coach Bush in, and James Strongly has 16 interceptions, or
17,
19, or
Okay,
24,
okay.
whatever it
Yeah,
is, right?
yeah.
It's going to be 24.
I don't know what it was, right? We'll just keep, you know, we'll drink another beer and it grows to like 26. But either way, that was a good year, right? And I remember Coach Bush leaves. He was retired and takes off to PSJA, and everybody's talking about, we got this home run hitter coming out of Lavernia, blah, blah, blah. And I remember being a part of all that, like, oh, yeah. We got to keep it. We want to maintain the success. And then Coach Holt resigns at Big Spring. And it was like, bam, Coach Holt's going to resign. You know, we have all these people involved in getting him back, and he comes home. And it's like, cool, he's here. And so we're going to get it back to normal. I think at that time we had some dudes. I mean, we not only was there success, but we had players then. I mean, there was some good players then.
Yeah.
I don't know, Travis Walker was a good football player.
Yeah.
Travis Locke was a good football player. And I'm missing a lot. I'm not going to sit here and remember everybody. I remember Brady Jones moved in. He was a good football player. But we had the little Hardwick kid that was good. I remember Quest Newberry was the center. I mean, the pieces, we weren't like phenomenally talented, but we just knew how to win. And so I think then we figured it out, and we're like, okay, we're going to keep this thing going. And at this point, I'm back. I'm in the area, and I'm just keeping up with it. I'm not coaching. I'm just like, George West football is the best football in the country.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, you know. So it was fun. And then we, you know, there was kind of a change of regime, and we're doing things a little bit different, right? I mean, we were a slot T school from 1993. The slot T was inputted into our system, and we kept it for a long time, and then it went away. And everybody kind of went in this like, okay, we don't run the slot T. And then I started coaching, right? And I'm just kind of giving you the history of us over like from my 8th grade year when all this started to like today, right? And it's like we were on top of the world. I mean, we were the pinnacle. And we walked around everywhere we went with the blue and white, and we were in a Longhorn. Everybody was like, oh, that's George West, and you don't mess with George West.
Damn, you're going to make me cry, man.
Yeah, it was crazy. It really was. I mean, and we have our group just like y'all got y'all's group. We just all don't live in town, and we're not there all the time. But, you know, and then we kind of changed what we did, and it was okay. All right. We still just want to be competitive when we win football games. And I think we did that, right? In 2000, I guess it was 20, maybe 21, we changed over again. We went from, you know, one coach to another, and we just kind of fell off a little bit. I remember that was that 1-9 year. We went like, I think we went 3-7, 2-9 when I was there 2 years. So those 2 years we kind of started the downhill spiral. And I remember that second year that I was there, we got in at 2-8, and we almost beat San Diego. I mean, it was a 14-7 game. And we had every shot to win that game.
Got in the playoffs at 2.
Oh, yeah. We got in the playoffs at 2-8.
That was COVID year, right?
No, this was 2014. This was,
okay.
yeah,
When he was there.
when I was there. So, And then we change it all over and we start winning again. We won 10 games multiple times. We lost in the first, second round, never got to the third round. And then we make another changeover, right? That was 5 years later, and we go 1-9. And it was like, okay. I think that's when it all hit, in my opinion, is when it's like, that 1-9 year in 2020.
Yeah, when Cornegie left.
Yeah, when Cornegie left, we went 1-9. It ended, right? It was like, okay, what the hell's going on? And we just haven't figured it out since. And I think all of us, as former players, I just happen to be a coach, right? Just kind of think like, man, we shouldn't be that way. And we shouldn't, right?
Tradition, yeah.
That's
don't
not
have
who
a
we
losing
are.
tradition, no.
We want to win, and we want to win right now.
Not even playing football. I was like 1-9. Like, dude, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, what
Everybody
are we doing?
goes through the down years and everything, but it seemed like we always came back,
This is what I was taught as a player and as a coach, that if you have a program, you should never be down, right? I'm a coach right now, and I have the opportunity to lead a program. We've had our down years. We haven't tanked and not won any games right? So you pride yourself on that to say, hey, I want to be at the top, and somehow we got to figure out how to get to the top. But here's the deal, James and Austin and Coach Dustin, you're listening. It really, it's everybody. Everybody's involved in this success. And I remember when I was playing and we were really good, and I know y'all were really good as well, everything was aligned, right? From the top to the bottom, we were aligned. And that, when you talk about a school district, it starts with the 7 school board members, and those are elected officials, and those people are aligned. You have a top-notch superintendent. From there, you have administrators, and the athletic director is an administrator. But if you don't align the district that way, things like this are going to happen. And it's going to happen at our place, as much as we don't think it should. And I'm still the biggest advocate for George West and George West football. I think we should go 10-0 every year, right? And that's the way I think it, right? I think we got the kids, and I think the spot on the map should put us in position to be successful. Here's the deal. We have to be aligned from the top to the bottom. That's it. That's the bottom line. So if we're aligned at the top and we align with the right superintendent, we align with the right, administrators, we can align with our kids. And I'll tell you this, I've been at 8 schools. There's good kids at every school. Every school has good kids. Yeah. Everybody has good kids, right? There's not a school in America that says, oh, all of our kids are just rotten. It's not going to happen. And I learned that from Coach Newberry and Coach Davenport, and I've experienced it bouncing around the state, coaching at different places. But everybody has good kids. We have to align ourselves the right way. And in terms of George West and all the craziness and the drama and what's going to happen or what do we want to happen, that's what needs to happen. We need to get aligned. There's no doubt, right? And so who is that, right? Like, that's all of us, right? We're alumni. We're proud. There's no doubt. We wouldn't be sitting here if we weren't proud. We wouldn't be talking about it if we weren't proud.
Exactly.
Right? I mean, I feel I'm thick. I mean, all my guys, nobody lives there. Very little of them have family there, right? Everybody's moved away, and they all have their families in different cities and areas and states, and they'll come back every now and then. I'm there. I got a place there. I pay taxes there. I vote there. All kinds of stuff there, right? But I just want the school to be good, and I think it can be if we get aligned from the top to the bottom. Right now, that's not what we're doing. It's a crapshoot. Everybody's got their own specific agenda, and I get it. I think in the end, we all want to win, right? We're saying, why aren't we winning football games? And what happened to our volleyball program that was on top since I was born? I remember Coach Taylor got there in 1980. I was born in 1980.
Oh, yeah.
And we were on top of the world for like 40 years. We're not on top of the world anymore. And it's concerning to us. And I think we have every right to be concerned. And what are we going to do about it? Well, that's whatever. That's our move.
I think you have every right to be concerned about it, being that it's where you're from.
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
You coach in Kenedy and everything.
Sure.
Like you said, you got family and all that stuff still in George West, but you telling me this, I can see you're really still concerned.
Yeah, it's a passionate deal, and I keep up with us all the time, and I hear about it. I mean, all those people that that are kind of making those decisions now are my age, a little bit younger. That some of them I know very on a personal level that I'm like, okay, here's what we got to do. But again, in the end, it's those 7 people and a superintendent making those decisions, and all we can do is live with it and say, okay, let's go. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I hope every week. I hope we win, right? Yeah. Every week, I'm like,
and you still say we.
Did we beat? Did we beat?
Still says we.
Hebronville. Yeah. Did we beat Odom? Did we beat Monta? I'll tell Dustin something. I used to tell him at halftime, "Coach, we're down right now," and he'd get mad at me. I'm like, "Shit," but it's real.
We look at scores at halftime.
Yeah. So
quick check on the app.
Yeah, it's easy, but
they still got blue blood running through their veins.
I definitely want us to go. It's crazy. We walk. Everybody in the Coastal Bend knows where him and I are from. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
And we're proud to say, yeah, we're from George West. That's where we played football.
Oh, yeah.
And we want. Who doesn't want their hometown to win? That's crazy. And so when we don't, we obviously have some issues, and we've got to fix those things.
Right now, dude.
But let's hope we can get it right. Hopefully we're having a great off season. I know that I said this like 8 years ago. We need to turn that back gym into a weight room. They did it. That's very smart.
He's still calling the shots over here.
Yeah,
this guy.
I'm proud. So that back gym's in the weight. That's where we hooped. I remember, like you'd show up and hey, you're on the other squad, James. You don't. So, but that gym's now a weight room. I don't know if y'all seen it. It's amazing.
No, I haven't. I didn't know that.
Bleachers are out. There's turf in the middle. There's racks on the outside. There's dumbbell rack. They got speakers up there.
Holy shit!
What's the weight room now?
You can win.
That's the weight room.
So the weight room is.
Yeah.
They're figuring that out.
Oh, the field house over there.
The new deal. The deal that that's down by the field.
By the softball.
By the softball. Okay.
When Holt was there.
That thing is just kind of empty in the middle. They're kind of figuring what we're going to do with that. Right. Mm-hmm. Those are still locker rooms. But go up to that back gym, it's a weight room. It's a complete weight room.
Dude, that was there the whole entire time, and I never thought that they could do that. That's just such an empty space that's never being used. We used to get pissed off because they wouldn't let us play ball back there.
Yeah,
now that they're using that space for that whole, for the turf and everything that you're
gyms are out. Turf's in the middle. It's like a 40-yard deal. Wow. Where you can do all kinds of stuff on 40 yards of turf.
Yeah.
And it's wide enough. I saw it.
All that shit.
Coach Bennett took me in and he said, here's what we're doing. This is outstanding. This is what we need.
Yeah.
If you're going to win, you got to start. And I swear, I'm not saying that it works for everyone everywhere, but it's worked for us in George West. Mm-hmm. The weight room. It just is what it is.
Where it starts.
That's where it starts.
The track, the weight room.
And so that's a great decision made by the admin and the board and whoever made that decision. It's awesome. That's what we need. So, I think there's some alignment happening, but yes, the drama is real. It is talked about constantly. But we got to let the guy do his job and, see what happens in 2024. I know that talent's coming. We actually scrimmage them and first scrimmage of the year.
Oh, we're there.
Set up,
We'll be
it's
there.
Saturday morning at 10 a.m.
Never mind. I will not be there.
He'll be too drunk by then.
Saturday morning, 10 a.m. We're scrimmaging George West. Kenedy at George West. That's pretty cool to me. I've never coached on. Well, actually, I have once on the opposite sideline. We took our 7th grade down there this year.
Okay.
So it's but. We'll have our high school kids down there. So.
That's great to hear, man. I really didn't know about the whole back gym thing. I didn't know about that till now. I'm not really up to keep up with it. But I've said it over and over on the show. Like when George West has been brought up, we don't have nothing bad to say about Coach Bennett. He came on our show. He was nice enough to give us access to their game when we went and everything. And I said it 100 times too. I hope they do good. I hope they turn it around.
Yeah, the hardest thing to do in the state of Texas, honestly, in public education, it's tough, is to coach, right? And when you're the head coach, there's tons of pressure on you. In a small town, and football's like prime, it's a lot.
Every town's a football town in Texas.
You ain't lying. Yeah. It's big, and so, I respect him, and I think, I hope he does as good as he can do to put us in position to win. I don't have any ill fate upon anybody doing this job because it's not easy, ever. It doesn't matter where you're at. Everybody expects you to win. and it's pressure to win, and it's fun. And that's why we dive into it, because we like it. We love it. I said it a while ago, whole pressure creates diamonds. Well, there's pressure on us as well, right? As coaches to say, hey, did I do everything in my power to get them ready this week? And we're graded every Thursday and Friday night, And so if you don't like it, what did Nick Saban say? Eat.
It's adapt or die.
Yeah, or go sell ice cream or something.
Oh, yeah, if you want to make everybody happy, go sell ice cream.
Just go sell ice cream. I mean, that's kind of.
Hopefully, they'll start paying high school kids like they did in college.
Yeah.
They're already starting that.
Yeah.
Louisiana and California, they are.
Yes.
Oh God, here we
They're
go.
doing NIL deals in
Yeah.
Louisiana and California.
Jesus. I used to always have that belief that like they should pay those college players, but now that they're started paying them, I'm kind of like it's
Well, remember Saban just came out and said that was one reason
that's why he
he
retired.
got out. I mean, right after that
There's
game.
no pride anymore in schools in college football. It's just coming all about money and
Yeah, it's because he was a badass recruiter, and
yeah.
what is he gonna do now?
Yeah, he's got to show up with bags of money now instead of. But no, that was great. That was great to hear about your hometown and everything. Do you have any comment about the petition that happened? It's gone and passed, or you
I think petitions are really. I mean, it's a kind of a public thing that you can do. There's no doubt. You sign everything you want to sign, but the bottom line is this: a school board is put together to make decisions for the school, right? And those 7 people are going to make decisions, and we vote them in to make those right decisions. And I think, well, at least 3 of us, 2 of us are voters in that area or that county, and we'll make those decisions, right? Mm-hmm. And so petitions are great. Whatever, go petition and get the community on board with whatever they want. But I think the bottom line is we need to, in those times when we were really good, right, and that was y'all's world and our world, we were aligned from the top to the bottom, right? I mean, everybody. I remember playing Hidalgo my senior year, and we was a home and home deal. We played them over down there my junior year. We played them my senior year, and I swear that whole turn the lights off where the game's going on and all that small town jazz, that was real that day.
Really?
George West Longhorn Field was
Shut the
loaded.
town down?
The town was shut down to go to that game, but it was really because we were all like one, right? Everybody was together. And I remember tapping that horn because we came out that top locker room and we slapped that Longhorn, and I guess y'all did too. But I remember seeing, like, oh my gosh, this is great. Bi-district game, 1997. We had just beaten Cuero 5 weeks prior, right? They were 4 in the state, we were 5 in the state. And, I mean, it was loaded, right? That's where we need to go back to. We need to get aligned to where everybody is on the same page. And we're not pointing fingers, fighting with each other over, my agenda. You know what? The agenda is our kids. That's it.
Amen.
And that's why we're here. I mean, look at you, graduated from you and me. We're all we're products of George West High School.
Hell yeah.
That's the way it needs to be.
Coach White, you got anything to follow up with that? How do you think things are going?
Personally, I think, y'all don't really hear this because y'all aren't in coaching, but a lot of people, whenever they go to our gym, it's a newer gym and it's nice and got those nice new stands, and it's a pretty big gym. A lot of people comment and say how, man, y'all's gym is nice. Like other coaches and stuff, man, y'all's gym's nice, coach. And y'all got those nice bleachers and new gym. It looks really awesome. I think if you really, really want to win, and I'm not saying, whoever is the issue currently, I don't know. But I think the community overall needs to show that they want to win, meaning investment in facilities. Currently, our basketball gym, like I said, is really nice. People comment on it and say, how nice it is. Our high school is fairly new, and, our football and baseball are very, very old, and it's not much of it's been updated. Yeah. If you want to win and show, as a community that you want to win,
show pride.
That something needs to be invested in the facilities. I'm sorry, but the baseball's a joke. I'm from George West, and we went there and played. I'm sorry, it's Kenedy. I went as basically a fan of our Kenedy baseball team. I don't coach them, but we went there 2 years ago, and some of the, some friends were in the stands from George West, and I was sitting there talking to them. They're like, y'all's kids must think this is a joke. Look at our dugouts. The roof is caving in.
Nothing has been changed since.
Nothing's been.
Wait, didn't we get a new fence?
Get
Yeah.
what?
No, we got new nets.
A new-
on
Yeah,
the
I was
back.
about
We
to
got
say
new
they,
nets.
yeah, they
Okay.
approved new
Oh,
nets.
okay.
But here's the deal. Like,
Like our kids go there and it's like, what are we playing on? Like,
so yeah, like
Kenedy, like they're like, what is this? Like,
just to kind of
They got the bougie
piggyback.
kids. All right.
And you think about coaches and like go back to 1996, and when we were on the top, or when Coach Davenport brought in Coach Bush, and we were again on the top, or we were like, there's a few things that coaches look at, right? We're not sitting here going to say, as a coach now, we're both in coaching, right? The first thing isn't how much you can pay us. It's still public education. There's not a lot of money in public education. So there isn't a coach in the state that says, I'm going there because you're going to make a ton of cash. I get that is real. Totally understand that.
Everybody's got a family
But
too.
yeah, but there's a little bit, there's more to it before the money. And one of it is, can you win? Is there a shot to be successful, right? Can you get somewhere and be competitive and win some games? That's number one, right? The second thing that I swear 90% of people look at is your facilities.
yeah.
Where are you going to show up to work? But you tell me, I mean, y'all go to work every day. Is where you going to go to work like trashy or not?
No, it's
That's it. There's two ways to look at it. Is it good or bad? And right now, I mean, think about the baseball coach in George West.
I don't even know who he is.
Yeah, I mean, how much work does he have to put in to get his facility ready to go for every Tuesday and Friday? Think about the football field, right? How much work do we got to put into how much maintenance has to be put into the grass and the lines and the numbers and the middle? I remember Shorty, I mean, he was our maintenance guy, right, at the time.
Oh, shout out there.
Shorty
That's a good shout
Brasino,
out.
baby.
Shorty right there, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Shorty's no longer with us.
Yeah.
He's in a better place. That's actually Charlie's grandpa, but
Mm-hmm.
he spent hours putting that Longhorn on the middle. I
He
mean,
worked
he
his
took
ass off.
pride in it
Yeah.
when we could just put turf down. Like nowadays.
Exactly.
I mean, a lot of but that's a huge like checklist mark for somebody to say, what's their facilities like?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember we were looking for a field. Remember this coach like 2 years ago? I guess it was maybe last year. We got rained out in Shiner at the Star Complex, right? So we're in the third round of the baseball playoffs, and we're looking somewhere to play. It might have been Ganado. I don't know who it was. And we had to like overlook George West, and everybody's like, "Why don't we go to George West?" Well, we can't play a third round playoff game in George West.
Yeah.
But we can go to Freer.
Doesn't that kind of hurt y'all's pride in a way too that y'all have to
Absolutely.
say,
yeah.
have to say like, man, we got to skip over our hometown.
Yeah.
But we went to Freer, and we drove 50 miles further. Yes.
Yeah, it's nice.
We drove 50
nice?
miles.
Yes.
It's beautiful. They got a nice baseball, softball complex.
Whenever we played there, or when I was there, oh god,
No.
it's fucking dirt, fucking rocks.
Well, that's going on
everywhere.
20 years almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
no, they fixed
Bro, we're aging ourselves. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's all fixed.
Yeah, it's
No
nice.
doubt about it.
Where that old football field was is where that baseball complex is.
I've always thought George West had a nice football field. Like I like the stadium.
That's
and
what we're
everything.
known for,
They haven't.
ourselves.
I mean, I say this all the time, but I like the fact that we don't have turf down. I like that it's
Yeah,
still grass. That
grass.
the kids are still playing on the grass field. Everybody or almost every stadium we went to this year had a turf field, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's because we grew up playing on grass.
For sure.
I just thought that like, why
I just heard a story the other day. Schulenburg got facilities, right? They're fixing to make the turn. They're going to get real good, and they passed the bond. We're going to get new facilities. We ain't touching that grass.
Yeah.
Damn.
Old school's played on it.
Yeah. Our blood, sweat, and tears.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
Apparently that's what was
It
said.
may-
Sword
it
hurt.
may be a little more work, but hey, I mean,
Yeah,
I love the grass, the smell of it. You don't get the smell.
Wait, I think that's a song by Kenny Chesney.
Is it really?
Could be.
I might have ripped
Yes.
the song.
No,
actually.
remember that
What song?
football song?
Oh.
Oh,
Boys of Fall.
yeah.
Smell of the grass.
Boys of Fall.
Boys of I swear I've never heard that song before.
Yeah.
There's no way, dude.
yes,
Man,
Yeah.
I swear I've never heard that
That
song.
was like the New Orleans Saints.
Well, great
like,
minds think alike. Me and Kenny Chesney. We,
Oh, there you go.
yeah, we may
Love
have,
the
we may
smoke.
have a few things. In
I
common.
get what you love, but honestly, like our kids, I mean,
Yeah.
They want to play on turf.
It's-
Obviously, the kids
it's-
want to play on turf. Yeah.
they do.
Not even just that. They just want a really good field. Like, unfortunately, other than Alice, Texas, there's not many schools that can maintain an immaculate grass field. It takes a lot of work.
Yeah, we're in the heart of South Texas. It's
Yeah.
hot as hell at
Yeah.
the time.
How often
It
does it
takes
rain?
a lot of work. And
Do we have the manpower? Do we have enough
Onset.
maintenance people?
Yes.
We have to walk down to our practice field. We got to cross. I mean, where are we kicking there's a lot that goes into former athlete, but I love that old field. But like Can we touch it on Thursdays? Is it going to kill it? Are we going to kill it off? What about the Thursday junior high game, the Thursday JV game?
Actually, that happened. There were some schools that we played sub-varsity. They're like, no, we can't play on our grass field. We got to play over there. Remember?
Because,
they played on turf.
I get the way we think as former players that played me almost 30 years ago, right? You, whatever, 20. But, geez, I mean, we need to kind of there's a time that we get out of that mindset to say, all right, we're making our place just a little bit better.
Yeah, and
it's not asking for a lot.
Yeah, it's a new thing. The turf is what's getting popular now too, and of course, like you just said. I mean, of course we like the grass and everything, but
I never heard anyone.
There used to be some good playoff games be played in Georgia.
They'll never be played there again on grass ever.
Yeah, I've never heard of anyone liking turf. I guess since we're in high school that you're younger. It doesn't matter. It's
one of those things of like a lot of the grass fields. I mean, if you kind of go around, like just look, like think about the area, like around George West, right? Around Kenedy, around the South Texas area, right? Who has grass? Okay, George West, Orange Grove, Woodsboro, Skidmore. Who else?
But the kids,
Alice.
Alice. Okay, so here's your answer as far as our kids go. Like for instance, we showed up to Skidmore 2 years ago, and they purposely didn't mow their grass. Their grass was mowed around the track, but not on the field. They had like the old school ideology of like Notre Dame, like we keep the grass long, slow everybody down. You know, I don't know if that works, but anyway, our kids on a bad field can't stand it, like because they're used to like a nice playing surface.
Yeah,
and it's just one of those deals of
turf.
Yes,
they want turf.
They want turf.
It's not even just the turf thing. Our kids haven't even experienced a really nice grass. We haven't played like at Alice, or we haven't played at College Station where they have a great grass field.
Yeah,
we haven't played on anything like that.
It's just kind of adapting, like Coach said a while ago. Like the times are changing. I mean, y'all aren't. I'm 43. What are y'all? 30.
I'm 34.
I'm like 20 something.
So, dude, it's just. I mean, it is what it is.
I'll say this: we were watching somebody on film playing George West. We were playing somebody that George West, I want to say they played week 1 or scrimmage a couple of years ago on film. And I couldn't even see the lines on the field in George West, like the painted lines. I couldn't see them on the film.
There's a lot.
We miss you, Shorty.
There's a lot of investment in grass.
That's how
you have to make it.
Piss poor the lines were painted. Like
so, and if you mow on Wednesday and you play on Friday or Thursday, it's a big deal. I mean,
it's a big
maintenance. But I'm with him. Investment into our stuff will make some of this drama that we're getting from the top end kind of go away a little bit. Right now, we're not. I think we like the soap opera.
For the future, I mean, whenever Coach Bennett either decides to leave or whomever, like that's down the road, I don't know if y'all are really aware of this, but when they interview athletic directors, they normally show them around the facilities. And so, you show a guy around the facilities and take them to the football and the baseball facility, and they're like, oh, like, this is it. This is not that nice.
I mean, we can walk anybody into a brand new gym with a amazing scoreboard and sound system, but I mean, what else? I mean, it's a big deal.
I want to show them something nice. So, I mean, for the future and attracting good candidates, and you certainly wouldn't want the facilities to turn somebody away from the job. Yeah. So,
well, hopefully people are listening to this. Hopefully the people down in our hometown are listening to this. Don't listen to me. Listen to these guys. Take it from the guys who do coach on Friday nights and know what the kids want. No injuries or anything related to the whole turf thing. No.
The best thing about turf is you can practice on it all the time. Yeah. Anybody can do anything on it.
Does it get hot during the summertime?
No, that's all.
That's a myth.
It does get hot, but not where you can't be on it.
Yeah.
Or you slap them and tell them suck it up.
Get up. Let's go. But it's turf.
They're 18-year-old kids. They're not dried up old ladies. They're going to go.
I mean, you can do anything. It rains. It's okay. It's dry. I mean, you do something on grass and you in off season and you were going to do something on the grass, but you can't. It's soaking wet.
So all that stuff about the NFL and turf's all bullshit.
See, those studies aren't BS.
They're 18 though.
Here's the thing.
They're younger. Not freaking 35-year-old men playing freaking
the
football.
grass fields
that aren't. They're 20-year-old.
Whatever. Yeah.
The grass fields in South Texas that aren't maintained, which is what we experience and have. Right, Woodsboros, the Skidmores, us that aren't maintained are honestly, in my opinion, more dangerous than the turf fields the new turf fields that they put out because of the fact that those grass fields aren't maintained.
And they're
It's a different thing if you're at College Station and you're playing on A&M's grass field. Yeah, it's definitely
every
safer.
day,
and it's awesome. And it's maintained like I want to say the guy that maintains it like works for the PJ Tour, but like it's a different story when
I was just on Yorktown's grass on Friday. Like, gosh, I'm glad we got what we got.
Yeah.
Like we got amazing facilities.
For some reason, I think this went way south when we're talking about grass to turf and.
Well, I mean,
but I mean, you're
but
making
it
a
ties
point.
back into like
Yeah,
facilities.
yeah, no, I got you.
We really want to be the best, and we've never left 1997 or 2009. We haven't left that.
Yeah.
I don't know if we know this yet, but it's 2024.
No,
Don't remind me.
No, it's
Don't
not.
fucking remind
No, it's
me of
not.
that.
It's 24 now.
Okay, well, you made great points there, both of y'all. That's stuff you never think about, like considering if you're a head coach and you're going somewhere. I figured like you're an offensive defensive coordinator somewhere, you're just gonna want to go somewhere where you're a head coach.
You just want the job.
Yeah, pretty
There's
much.
people that do that, and then you end up turning it over in 2 more years.
Like royalty, like that Sean Alvarez. That
There's
royalty,
people that say
he's gonna want that.
I just
turf
want
field.
the job, but you got to think about. I'm serious. Can you win? What do the facilities look like?
Yeah. What do we have to work with?
Yeah.
I
And
got
and I'm proud of the weight room. Very, very proud.
Oh yeah, weight room's where it starts. Track's where it starts.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a little bit of time left. Let's talk future. Future here. Now that we got you in here, Austin asked you a question in our first interview. Would you ever see yourself returning back to George West, your hometown, the one you care so much about?
Yeah.
Think about it before you answer it.
Oh yeah.
Everybody, all the kids in Kenedy, earmuffs.
I did call it.
It's Texas high school football is on a different level today. It's very popular. There's jobs open constantly, and there's a lot of pub and media on it. Who knows where that goes? And I'm not saying that. I mean, really, I do love George West, but I love Kenedy. I really do, and they've treated us well. Coach White and Coach Murray have been with us for 5 years.
Can I say something real quick?
Absolutely.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but like I was telling you guys earlier, going to y'all's games that we went to, I can tell y'all have those kids completely bought in. I can tell them kids really care about you. I mean, they're excited that y'all are there. I mean, we went to 4 or 5 games this year, and I didn't see like the commitment to the game as much as I did in your guys' locker room.
Yeah,
It was.
That's what it takes. I mean, it really does. A place that will align from the top to the bottom to say, I'm going to bring in these people and we're going to do this for these people. And again, it's not always dealt with money, right? I wish I could pay these guys, just give them raises, and we're not at the college level. We can't toss it, but we can do other things that can make them happy. And that's what we've been able to do. And Kenedy has aligned us the right way. It has. And so it's extremely hard for me to even think about another job, right?
Yeah.
George West does always get brought up. I mean, we hosted the cook-off last weekend, and that gets brought up. If I'm in town, I was in town yesterday cleaning the yard and burning brush, and it gets brought up. I don't know. Things have to align the right way. That's for sure. But I think George West is a great school district, and I think that it can do great things, and I remember we were in the state championship in Cuero. We played on a Thursday. We beat Pearsall Thursday night at San Antonio Alamo Stadium. And I told Yvette the next day, I said, hey, let's go watch a game. We went to George West. We were at Jordanton watching us play Randolph, right?
And that's the state championship.
Yeah, there's the ring right here. So
who was it for?
Cuero.
Cuero, okay. Yeah.
So I would never, my heart doesn't leave that place at all.
Yeah.
I just know that, where I'm at's great right now, and what can happen in the future, who knows, right?
Yeah.
I know that, I want George West to be great this year, and what happens after that happens. I hate tasting the whole we go somewhere and everybody knows we went 2-8 and we didn't get in. And right now, people got our number. They can talk trash. They can make fun of us because for a long time we were that person, and now everybody's knocking us down. So it does bother me, but we'll get it right, and whatever happens in the future happens. We'll see down the road for sure.
Just say yes. Tell me what I want to hear.
Yeah, exactly.
Just say yes. You're coming back. It's happening. Just say it. I'll lobby for you to be the head coach. Me and Austin both will.
Hey, leave Aaron.
He's just ignoring me now.
Leave Aaron alone.
So 5 years from now, you still see yourself there in Kenedy.
Who knows, man? We're gonna.
Well, I know that everybody's always open for new and better opportunities, and you never know what's going to come up.
Yeah.
My thought was head coach of the Green Bay Packers.
I'll say this. It's like Mike Leach said when he got fired at Tech. Every year you set another job, you get less and less popular. So, you never know. I mean, He's like year 10 at Tech.
You still got a lot of years left.
Yeah.
less and
Still
less
got a lot of
popular
years
every
left.
year. It is what it is. That's every head coach everywhere.
Yeah.
So
Why do you think he's with us, man? See that? He's way smarter than me, baby.
It keeps you kind of
Yeah.
on the rails, huh? Okay. Well, before we let you guys out of here, we had a little game we wanted you to play. We set the dartboard up for you right there. You're gonna throw one dart, and you decide 1, 2, 3, or 4, and that's where you're gonna end up in your future.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
we're going
Okay.
to the dartboard.
There
eh?
we go,
Go to the
baby.
dartboard.
Going to the
Come on over here. Let him get there.
get after it.
Get after it.
You got the.
All right, here he goes.
Where are the darts at?
Right there.
Oh, okay.
I said bullseye. Green Bay Packers.
All right, here
If
he is.
you
You're
get a
gonna
bullseye, you're gonna be the Green Bay Packers head coach.
I don't want to hit Coach White, you know.
Nah, he's good. He's
throw. All
fragile.
right, you got one dart, one chance.
One dart. Look at that. I just happened to grab the blue one, you know.
Uh-oh.
All right, you got a 3 and the 3.
3 in the 3, baby.
All right, Austin, pull that 3 down. See what it is, where he's gonna be, where he's gonna end up.
That is. Ho! The Kenedy Lions.
Lions, baby.
Welcome back.
That's where he's going.
That's where he's staying. You guys ain't got nothing to worry about. All right. Well, our cameras are about to die, but
Let's do it.
I want to thank y'all for coming, man. We bought you a little present. He's got to scratch this off.
Oh,
Austin.
shit.
We had to buy you a scratch off. We're going to tell you to pick a game for us. You know, obviously, gambling's illegal in Texas, but scratch offs aren't. So this is the best we could do.
Yeah.
We are a gambling school.
Yeah.
Gambling school. Gambling show.
All right. I'm going to scratch
Wait,
the
I think
bonus.
the winner of the Weimer Kenedy game
Uh-huh.
should get that Selena sweatshirt.
Selena sweatshirt. Did you see it, Coach?
Hey, August 17th.
That is my prized possession. That is my prized possession.
That
That
new
was live at the Dome, baby.
Believe it or
That
not.
that new Selena documentary. Oh man.
Oh, it's good.
Oh,
Yeah,
I hated
I
it.
finally finished it.
I hated it. People
you
are
watched it?
Yeah, people are
Yes.
saying like, "Oh, I believe Yolanda. I believe her."
Fuck
Like,
no. Oh, my
that bitch killed her. Oh god.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get into it. It got me fired up, man. Guys at work were like telling me, "Oh,
Oh, she's okay.
this might have happened."
She fucking shot her.
Killed an
Who cares?
icon. Killed an icon.
Dude, I'll never forget.
One of the guys from work was like, "Oh, well, Selena was being a whore," and I fucking lost it.
Oh,
I told everybody there, "Y'all are gonna have to leave this room."
you see that doctor now?
Huh?
You see that doctor now?
What's wrong with him?
Ugly.
Ugly guy?
Yeah.
What
All right.
doctor?
The doctor that Selena was supposedly messing around with.
Oh, for real, I didn't.
Yeah, it's compelling.
While we're waiting, Dustin, you tell me what it's been like coaching under Coach Alvarez. And he's right there. Act like he's not there. Act like he's not here. Say what you would say when he's not in. If he was not in the room.
Yeah.
Man, when I talk to other coaches, and every year there's openings within our staff, and within people leave and go here and there. Every staff, people leave and go and here and make the best spot for them, whatever it is. I always tell guys that are on other staffs, like, man, it's fun to work for Coach Alvarez. You're gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like to work, don't come.
Hell yeah. He was just
But,
cutting brush yesterday. Hell
yeah,
you're gonna work.
If you don't like to work, don't come. But he makes it a lot of fun. He's a great boss to work for, and he definitely runs the program, the way it should be run. I've been there 5 years for a reason. We're definitely aligned in our vision of how we want to do things, and I just think it's like I said, it's
Any desire to take his job in the future?
no. That's not,
like I said, pretend he's not here.
not for me.
Not for you.
No,
Okay.
absolutely not.
Well, Coach, you're safe in that regard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. He's amazing. I'm telling y'all don't know.
What do you got?
I don't know.
Hundreds and hundreds.
Yeah, my camera's
All right.
about to die too. All right, tell me if you want
All right,
anything.
winning numbers. Well, I need to figure out how to play it first. Okay. See back for play instructions. You know how to play?
Oh, you just matched the numbers at the top with the ones in the thing.
Okay. So just any number?
Yeah, your winning numbers are the ones on the top row that you scratched off, and then you got to match them with all the other ones.
What is TRTH?
That means you won. I don't know.
33, 55. Like, you just got to find all these?
Yeah.
17, 7. God, dude. 04. I hope.
That was a $100 lottery ticket,
no
so it's
shit.
bound to win something.
54.
Uh,
19.
uh,
Nope, I thought that was.
maybe all your luck's going to next season. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's where it needs to.
Yeah, that's where it's going.
Nope, not a fucking. God damn.
Now you got to put one in every one of your players' lockers.
Yeah,
Start of the season.
$1 ones though.
Nah, hundreds.
7. No.
Okay. Well, our camera's about to die, so I'm gonna get you out on this. Coach, thank you guys for coming up here. Thanks for making the drive up here, you two, Coach White.
It was fun.
We really look forward to seeing you guys next year. We're gonna make some games. We're gonna make that Weimer game for that Slot T Mafia trophy. We're definitely
Cindy.
gonna make it.
How about
August 17th in George West.
that?
November 8th.
How about
in
that
Kenedy.
scrimmage?
Yeah, we're gonna make that scrimmage too.
Go.
So,
Bring a tent
Cylon
and an umbrella.
so the outlook
That'd
for
be
this year, 10-0. 10-0 is what the record's gonna be.
We always want to win
Yeah,
every game.
that's 10-0.
Our
Okay.
goal.
Well, we're gonna get you out of here on that, man. I appreciate you coming.
Thanks
If you,
for having me. Yes, sir.
yeah, no problem. We'll see you guys later.
Yes, sir.
Dun, dun.
All right. Fresh off the heels, Coach Alvarez interview. Had a lot of great things to say. A lot of great things to say about our hometown job there. You know, starts with everybody up top. Everybody needs to get aligned, is what he said. We took that away from it. What did you take away from it? Anything?
Everyone starts up top. Yeah.
Starts at
Basically.
the top. I have no doubt they're going to get back to where they need to be. No doubt to get back to where they need to be. He seems like he's happy in Kenedy, and that's great. That's great. Like I told him, those kids there, it seems like they love him there. They were very young last year. They're just getting older. I think a lot of sophomores and freshmen. They're going to be juniors and seniors in the next couple of years. It's going to be exciting to see what they get to.
Oh, another thing too that we both agreed on: the facilities.
The facilities, yes.
Got to be.
Facilities got to be up to par. Make the coaches happy, make the kids happy, make the whole town happy. All right, so
You look good.
we're going to change gears a little bit. And in honor of International Women's Day that happened a couple days ago,
Put on your PCAT.
yep, we are going to name a couple international women, and we're going to see if Austin can go off of their first names.
Can we get Scotty on the phone? Or no?
Huh?
Can we get Scotty on the phone, or is he busy?
He's at work.
Ah, fuck.
So I'm going to name a woman's first name, and you got to name their last name.
Last name.
Yeah. Okay.
Is there any, like,
There's actors, important figures, you know, just women.
okay.
Okay, so let's start off with the very respected Rosa
Parks.
Parks. All right, let's start off with another beautiful lady who's very important to us, Mrs. Selena
Gomez.
Quintanilla, but close.
Oh.
Close. All right, what about Lisa?
Ann.
Oh,
Ann.
I was going for Simpson.
Fuck.
Okay. How about a woman with a very beautiful voice, Miss Lana?
Rhodes.
Oh, yeah. Lana Rhodes. Okay, I was going for Lana Del Rey there.
Fuck.
But it's cool. A beautiful actor by the name of Nicole.
Aniston?
Oh, I was going for Nicole Kidman. Nicole Kidman. Okay.
Okay.
How about a very athletic woman, Mrs. Kelsey?
Monroe?
Oh, Kelsey Plum. The one you argued that would be on the team that would beat all these men, the boys' high school basketball team.
Well, Kelsey Monroe would be a lot of men.
But close. All right. How about these other actors? You can name either or. Emma.
Emma Hicks? Is that
Harry Potter, Emma Watson.
fuck?
Or La La Land, Mrs. Emma Stone. Okay. How about another lady who has showed a lot of pride in herself by the name of Alexis.
Texas. Duh.
Alexis Arquette. Yeah. Yeah, we won't go there.
Who's that?
How about another beautiful singer, Mariah?
Mills?
Mariah Carey, beautiful singer. I see where you're going with all this.
No, I'm not.
Okay, another woman, important woman in history, Miss Mia.
Khalifa?
No. Soccer star Mia Hamm. Soccer star Mia Hamm.
You got to give me some context on this.
Okay. Another beautiful actor, Olivia.
Ooh, Olivia. Newton-John.
That's close, but I was going for Olivia Wilde.
Ah,
Yeah. So you named some important women. You were a little bit off on the list, but it's okay.
nah, pretty close.
Yeah. If y'all look up those names, y'all see where Austin's going with this. But we don't have that much time left. We want to thank Coach Alvarez for coming on the show. We had a good time. We got to hang out with him, have lunch with him. He gave us a lot of good stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed the interview. Our picks aren't doing too bad. Penn State won. Delaware covered.
App State lost, dude.
App State did lose. I lost that one. And then Texas State, they are covering right now at halftime, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens as we are watching that right now. But if there's nothing else, we're going to go ahead and say goodbye. And until next time, the show should be out probably late Monday night, Tuesday. Austin?
Later.